Well, welcome everyone. I'm really excited to be with all of you here today and see a lot of City Hall staff since we're right outside our beautiful City Hall. And I want to be able to acknowledge a few folks before I offer some brief remarks and introduce a few folks. I want to acknowledge, of course, one of the most important folks here, the artist herself, who helped to make this beautiful piece behind me. So Lydia Kern and her team, and of course the team at Burlington City Arts, who are doing so much to help beautify our downtown with public art. This one, I have to say, is one of my favorites, not only because a lot of us can see this outside the windows of City Hall, but the beauty and the color and the light, especially being able to bring this online in November in Vermont, is really such a beautiful thing. I also want to acknowledge, of course, our public arts manager and grants manager, Colin Storrs, for all. Where did you go, Colin? You were like floating. There you are, hiding back. Truly, I mean, when I say about beautifying and the public art that we're able to do in these spaces, it's another activation point, which is so important as we bring to close these big construction projects and these big development projects, the beauty that we must not lose sight of when we do these big projects. So thank you. I also want to thank and acknowledge our Associate Public Works Engineer, Megan Swender. Where are you, Megan? In your spirit, we thank you. Oh, there you are. Yes. Yes. Chief Burke's got to get out of the way so I can actually see you there. Yeah. I really want to appreciate your work. This is such a big undertaking when we do these big projects. So it's a across the department kind of effort. And of course, everyone else in the Burlington City Arts and DPW team for all the work that you do. I want to say thank you for joining us, because the piece of art behind me is called Anthology. It's a beautiful new sculpture, again by our artist Lydia Kern, and it marks a milestone moment in our Great Streets Main Streets project. This sculpture is the first of 4 pieces of exciting new public art to be installed along this revitalized streetscape. The public art installed through Great Street Main Streets represents Burlington's commitment to not only safe and a functional downtown, but also a city centering on teeming with vibrancy and creativity. The Great Streets Initiative has been a long-term effort, but it is to create a more vibrant and sustainable urban center here in Burlington, while also strengthening our much-needed infrastructure for the long-term health and future of our city. Today, as we celebrate this new addition to Main Street here in Burlington, it's the perfect opportunity to pause and reflect on the beauty that comes out of this community and take pride in the brighter future that we're building every single day. Together, we're shaping a downtown that honors our history and embraces our sustainability and celebrates the creativity that makes our city so, so special. So thanks for joining me here today, and up next will be our Department of Public Works Director, Chapin Spencer.
All right, what an awesome day today. Chapin Spencer, Director of Public Works. My family absolutely loves this. We've been hanging around, showing it off every time we come out of the Flynn. It is a gift for all of us in Burlington. As the mayor said, this project was done through Great Streets Main Street, which is a wonderful collaborative effort to tackle the generational reinvestment of our infrastructure. But instead of just focusing on the infrastructure, we partner with our friends and move from just the pragmatic to reach towards the aspiration and build not just the sewer lines and the water and the travelways, but really a sense of place. And that's what we've done together, and I'm so proud for that. We started 30 feet down on this corridor with bypassing the 150-year-old ravine sewer. And then we moved to renewing a 130-year-old water main. And now we're up at the exciting part where we get to put the fit and finish that everybody gets to interact with. The green stormwater, the wider sidewalks, the better street trees that'll grow into an incredible canopy. We also recognize that this project has had impacts, and we really thank everybody for sticking with our great local businesses, supporting them. As of Thanksgiving, the corridor will be open through mid-April, 24/7. And we really want people, thank you. We really want folks to come back. So encourage friends to come see the great public art along our streets that we are investing in together. We heard from the mayor a number of thank yous, and they are quite long. I do want to thank our contractor, who's just behind you all, and our resident engineers who have really helped with this project, our DPW team, BCA, CEDO. I think this project has involved all 18 city departments at the end of the day. So huge thanks to them. And yes, as the mayor said, this creates a sense of place, not just a transportation project. We're going to be better because of it, and we're going to get to tell our kids and grandkids that we were here to make this happen. Thank you all so much.
So Chapin, with this wider street, is it also a landing strip for the airport? Is that how we got the 18th department to join in this effort? Hi, I'm Doreen Kraft. I'm the Executive Director of Burlington City Arts, and thanks again to all of you for coming out on this windy November day, coming to be with us to celebrate this beautiful new sculpture anthology and the amazing artist behind it, the community's own Lydia Kern. Lydia. At Burlington City Arts, we know the arts are essential in helping us see our city and ourselves in new ways. They challenge us, they inspire us, and they remind us that progress isn't just about infrastructure improvement. It's about creating inspiring public spaces that people love, spaces where people can express who they are and create and reflect on the spirit that moves us and makes Burlington, Burlington. As we reimagine our downtown through great streets, Main Street, we are not only improving the streetscape, we are affirming something fundamental, that art and creativity belong at the heart of public life. With the public art commissioned as part of Great Streets, Burlington is setting a new standard, one that recognizes how art is an essential driver of civic pride, economic vibrancy, and environmental stewardship. Our arts community is one of the city's greatest strengths. I want to say that again. Our arts community is one of the city's greatest strengths. It is vibrant, it is collaborative, and it is deeply rooted in care for this place that we call home and for the people who make it their home. Lydia Kern's anthology reflects that spirit perfectly. It was created with community participation. It's a monument to collective memory. Every preserved flower in this sculpture holds a moment of celebration, remembrance, and connection that is available to every person who passes by or through. Public sculptures like Anthology create access to art experiences for everyone. Residents who come here to work, kids on their way to school, visitors discovering Burlington for the first time. It belongs to all of us. That's such a wonderful thing to realize. It belongs to all of us. It enriches our lives, and it makes our shared spaces more vibrant, more meaningful, and more beautiful. So as we pause today to admire Anthology, let us celebrate the vision that it represents, a city that grows stronger by nurturing creativity, a community that comes together through expression, and a future where art continues to shape the space that we share. A huge thank you to Lydia, her whole team, to Colin Stores, our public art manager, to our partners at DPW, to the mayor, to City Hall employees for all of their collaboration, and to everyone today who is here with us that makes public art and improves the lives of so many people, not just in Burlington, but throughout the Vermont community. Welcome, and thank you for helping us build more creative shared spaces. Lydia, please join us.
Hi, everyone. it's a true joy and honor to be with you all here today. And it's one of the deepest joys and honors of my life to be able to give this work to the community that I love, a work that, as Doreen said, belongs to all of us. Anthology is, in Greek, the word anthology literally means a collection of flowers. And all of the flowers were collected by community members, people's gardens. I put out a call on Front Porch Forum, and I sat right there with my 5-gallon buckets every week for a month, and different people would come and visit me and bring me flowers, responding to the call. And I'm inspired in my work by the ways that flowers are used throughout time as a way to celebrate joy, and they're also a way to commemorate loss. They are with us during these moments in life that are story points for us. They become little accumulations of emotion, and these sorts of moments in our lives are architectural. They build our lives, they build our communities. And these moments often change us. We're not the same on the front and the back of them, just as the sculpture itself is different on the front and the back. And and it also has a relationship to time. In this work, the flowers are kind of stopped in time, mid-bloom. Just like in these important life moments, we often feel like time is stopping, or we wish time would last forever. And I've really been enjoying the way that people are taking photos with the piece, because a photograph is a way to stop time. It's a memory, and I'm really glad that that's happening. Another thing I think about is maps and structures that we can look to help us move through these moments of change in our personal lives and in our communities and even as a species. Anthology is literally a threshold. It's a doorway. It's a portal. And I think that laws of physics and nature can give us advice for how to move through these liminal states in transition. The piece itself, all of the stones, they only hold and stay in place by putting their weight on each other. It's a collective effort. And also in nature, starlings, they flow upwards and around. It's called a murmuration, if you've ever seen a flock of birds move together. And I was inspired by that with the flower design, with the way they ascend and descend. And together, in both the structure and in the metaphors in nature, we're more than the sum of our parts. Together, we protect each other. And those sorts of sentiments, I think, will help us move forward in our collective life together. So I'm so grateful for the reception of this work. And I just have a lot of thank yous today. First, I'd like to thank all the flower gatherers, all the people who brought me the plants to make the work. And I have an amazing fabrication team. One moment. So I made these little trophies. First, I'd like to thank Industrial 4. This group of people have so much integrity, kindness, and skill. And they are the ones who welded the steel frame. Connor at I4 did that. And the whole team, everybody, I just so appreciate. And there were so many issues that I thought about for months, like how am I going to get it horizontal to vertical? How am I going to transport? And they're like, oh, no problem, you just do it like this with our rig we had. No big deal. And I was like, oh, wow. So thank you. Here's this. Connor, and Ron, everybody. Thank you. Is John Higgins here? I don't see him. Well, John Higgins runs Artisan Engineering, and you know, the faith and the belief that somehow we could make this happen was incredible. He said he wasn't an artist, but I was like, you problem solve like an artist in the way that you go into the unknown, and artist or mad scientist. But we sketched out all the plans on his whiteboard, and that was amazing. I don't believe anyone from Vermont Plastics is here. No. But Tucker and Mike at Vermont Plastics fabricated the trays that we poured the resin into, and I would be over there multiple times a week checking in on how things were going, and that meant a lot. And I'd also like to thank Aaron Stein. I don't have a trophy for you, but I do. Your Blissby gift card is coming. We had a lot of lunches at Blissby during the final fabrication week. But one of the gifts in my life with this project is being connected to this web of fabricators and designers in Vermont. It's different making things in Vermont because everybody knows each other, I found out. And that web of relationships is how the sculpture was made, from the flower collecting to the support I've had from friends to the fabricators knowing each other, and that is one of the strengths of our community. So the meaning of the sculpture is also very much embedded in the process of making it. And last but not least, wait, I forgot. How did I forget? Huge thank you to the BCA. I'm so grateful for all that each and every one of you do in our community. And I wouldn't have been able to do this without you, obviously. And I'm just really thankful for all the support. And I'm really grateful to Colin, who received my many long-winded email and phone call, even a voice note, over the course of nearly 3 years. And your support and genuine excitement in the project has just really meant the world. And with all the fabricators and Colin and everyone's reaching into this unknown place with the faith that we will figure it out somehow. This is for you, Colin. Okay, finally, last but not least, this project truly would not have been possible without the support of my dear friend, Marie Davis. Marie's support and devotion to this project and her friendship has been one of the biggest gifts of my life. And she was with me every step of the way. She helped me project manage. We did all of our prototyping and material testing. And I'm so grateful. I met Marie years ago on Pine Street when I was a part of a studio collective called The Hive. And she genuinely is this source of generosity and true selflessness for artists. And we've been through a lot together. We survived the Great Resin Flood of 2025. And we laughed about it after and cried. It was all of it. But she's also one of the most skilled people I know. She's so materially intuitive. I took a picture of the sunset and said, Marie, do you think we could pull the colors from this and the resin and use the sunset colors to dye the resin? And she said, sure, I'll try. And with her little, it looks like food coloring dye droppers, she made the recipes for the dye on the first try. Exactly. I was like, how did you do that? But I just couldn't thank her enough for her support. And at the Hive on Pine Street, there's this quote from her studio that says, "Work is love made visible." And that is true in her life, and it's true of this work that we've gotten to make for our community, because we truly love the people who live here, and I'm just so grateful. And for you, I got the real thing. Thank you all.
Hey, Lydia. That was beautiful, sweetheart. I mean, so we'd like to invite everyone to come over to BCA. We have some lovely refreshments and would love to have you get out of the wind and come inside, travel through this new piece of work, and join us at the BCA Center. Thanks.
City attorney for a while and kept me out of trouble for many years. Yeah. And yes, and you're spending still time up in North Carolina, though probably not anymore. Yeah. Yes. As a matter of fact, our dahlias are still.
Okay, good.
Tia has a
Hi, Charlie. That's my fantasy job. For you. I just now remind me all the time about my what's the flower farmer? That's so I just like, whenever I watch it, I'm like, how fun to make all the games and that you like, yeah, it'd be so wild. Because they have the weirdest stuff. Normally they have I'm Teresa Davis. I own Davis Studio. Oh, okay. But I can We've got great camp. We've got after-school. Perfect days. So I just want to congratulate Lydia Kern on this beautiful public art piece, Anthology, and it is the best of what public art can bring to a community.